Hi, my name's Ed Sparks, world's most entertaining snorkeling professional, and today is day 19 of water fasting. This is day 19 video for you. I am on the morning of my 20th day, which means that I survived day 19 by drinking water. Um, it was a faster day yesterday, and I wanted to leave right around 1 o'clock to go snorkeling, which I did, and I walked by myself in the heat, and I returned to have forgotten my shirt, which really in reality blew off while I was walking off my shoulders. So that started a interesting conversation where there was no conversation. So I went back in, got it, and returned. Um, for some reason, leaving at 1 p.m. is just not something that my significant other wants to do. So when I returned, I was blessed with no internet because the island likes to have a budget for internet but not pay it for it every day. So they can pocket the money and do something else with it. That's called corruption, and that's what it's like when you don't live in the United States. So and they'll say that what they'll say is well, we want family time on Friday night or whatever. So about 9 o'clock, I finished my daily grind. About 9:25, walked back upstairs, took a shower, shaved. I'm still getting smaller, smaller. Um, Shaved, and then of course, then she's going to be on the warpath. And the thing is like I talk like this, and if she talks like this back to me, then that's the end. I mean, there's nothing feminine about it. So I told her 100 times I don't marry men. You know what I mean? I marry women, and if she's not going to be uh, a woman, then we'll have to deal with that with a plane ticket. So today is a wake up on that, and I made her sleep on the floor in the bathroom. So if she doesn't control herself for no apparent reason at all, except for the fact that she chose to stay inside till her mind went crazy, which is a 100% result of going to church too much. If your wife goes to church too much, kick her out with her kids. If she can't remain balanced, just kick her out with her kids, because you start living in fantasy land. I mean, there's other problems. I mean, she come home doing drugs, same thing, whatever it is. If you're off balance, then send her home with the kids. Doesn't matter where it is. Dependent, not my decision. I didn't make that decision. She made that decision. So anyway, all I was doing was explaining, if the earlier I go, the more expats I meet, and I'm an expat. So expats have different things that they do all day. Most of the time, for some god awful reason, they want to rehab their house or property. So during the rehab, it's got construction workers and wants people to feed them. So I was like, hey, this is a good job for my significant other. And then while I proceeded to explain to her that they have construction workers to feed, and that is something that she can do, and that apparently was too much for the I stay in bed all day queen today. Because I said the J word. So I said the J word, and that was the end of that. That was a humongous 36-month argument of the J word. The lady said that we could actually physically stay there if we wanted to. We'll stay there for free, and feed the construction workers every day. It doesn't sound like too much to me. It might do some yard work too. Take that, save me a month, 2 months, get me some exercise anyway. So that was my day yesterday, and might send her home. She can have a plane ticket. She can sit there and sulk figure out how to make money when they make 15, 25 bucks a day, sit over there or receive your paycheck from the old Bank of Sparks. So anyway, moving on. Oh man, while I was trying to talk yesterday, I coughed. Just 1 second. I was like, because I'm talking really fast, and I coughed for 1 second, and I had two cramps. I told you don't laugh, and don't get don't hiccup or cough. But I had these cramps yesterday. I was about to die. I was keeled over, and she's yelling, screaming while she's trying to massage the side of me. Just keep me alive. Keep me alive. So that was something that happened yesterday. Other than that, if you don't have anything to keep you busy, sometimes it is more difficult to water fast. But I did walk quite a bit, almost 2 miles yesterday. So I don't have no energy. I come home. I don't know that I don't have a shirt. Right? I don't know that information. I haven't even discovered that, and I'm getting screamed at. It doesn't make no sense. It's been the same way all day. So we're talking about once I got on probation, I left South Florida and I went to West Florida to live with my brother, my family. My brother had moved into a home, and I decided to get a job in. Let's see here. What I did was I took a call center job. Is what happened. I believe is how that happened. When I came back, my parents had moved across the state to Tampa, so to North Tampa, West Chapel, and I moved into a gigantic house with my brother. His family too, and they were going to live there with my brother's family. Had 4 kids or whatever, and then I went there too, and then I got a job at a call center doing modems and connectivity. So now I'm programming modems blindly over the internet for AOL technicians in the phone system. So now I'm working in internet phone systems and connection issues with dial-up, and eventually DSL. So when I was doing that, I was still on restrictions until I got off restrictions. So while I was on restrictions, I was like, this is absolutely asinine. Because in reality now I'm fixing AOL's firewall too, and I'm like, dude, we don't even have a firewall division. That's where it all started. We don't have a firewall division, and we don't have video surveillance, and Spider does that once in a while too. So I was like, we don't actually have the right departments, and I can't have Spider as a dragon, and for some reason it was always cold in the call center. So I always wear this hoodie, this Abercrombie hoodie, and this gigantic white hoodie, which I have a photo somewhere. And then I'll talk on the phone and fix old ladies' computers or modems. And then I was like, at that point I was still assigned to you. So I went back to you, and I'm like, dude, I have the solution. I was like, we're gonna move everything. We have a hardware department, we have a software department, we have the communication department, and we need the internet department. And I'm gonna call it the hoodie department. HOODIE. I'm sorry, HOODII. I'm gonna call it the hoodie department. It's all good in my hood, brother. And it's gonna have firewall, and we're gonna move, and it's gonna have optics, and we're gonna call that dwarf, and orc, and we're going to move spider, and we're going to move princess over there, and of course all the currency and all the banking professionals, Hog and Hawk and everything else, pretty much stayed where they were. I didn't really borrow from any other departments. And then I put Spider as the top of the food chain. That way, I didn't. The reason why is because I couldn't get Dragon to show up, and that was my proposal. And over time, that seemed to work, and then we could sit there and give people the choice to work online. And basically, what happens is that when the spider go out anyway, they have to have to work anyway. So because you can't show up positions or zooming around doing supply. So that was the beginning of that conversation, and sometime after that, I wanted to change the Cyberman force from C to S and call it Cyberman SPY. That was mainly because the stupid Space Force took our acronym after I moved it. So I was like, this is way later. So we'll just keep it at that conversation. And then what had happened was after I got off of probation, living in Tampa, living in Wesley Chapel, and driving to AOL, we used the excuse to that the business that I worked for had a location in Amsterdam. We used the excuse to send me over there to actually do my class for Spider. So when I moved over to Amsterdam, the entire time, besides partying, was to get fully trained to do Spider. And it's all physical, so it was fun. That was the most fun you could have. And I'll talk about that tomorrow. If you can't stick this cup into your mouth and drink water all day, I don't understand. I drink it with ice like I do. Don't be messing around. If you mess around, it's going to mess around. So, I mean, right now I actually have a new crease, because I've never done 60 days in a year. Usually I do 45. Somehow I usually do 12 days extra because I need a paycheck. I'm waiting on a paycheck, but I mean, this is when people actually go to Dad Bod, you know. That's what I always think about it. I'm like, oh, people would go on a diet right now. But there's a reason that when you concentrate on yourself, it's usually just because you're water fasting. And after that, you don't, because it's not your hobby, which I'm not going to either. But if you do 30 days at a time, you can wean yourself down to the point where it's not as noticeable that you don't give a crap. Because I'll eat a large pizza and not care. Plus, I'm sitting down all day, even though I snorkel a lot. And somebody offered me food yesterday. Usually if someone specifically offers me food, I will take it. But in reality, this wasn't like a dinner or something of people I don't know. This was someone I don't know that offered me a cracker and cheese, and I said no. I only got, this means that you've finished 18 days, which means you did a cycle of 9 2 times. I mean, a cycle of 2 9 times. 18 days is a cycle of 3 to 6 times. So for 35 days, you've got uh, um, less. Everything is less. So you don't have to do 38 days. You're already on the back end. So get determined today to do something else, and we'll see how my day goes. Who knows? Have a good day.